I'm doing okay. Oh, don't bat me. Don't bat me. Don't bat me. Don't bat me. People. Oh. Hello, my name's Duncan, and welcome back away from the donkey. And it's being battered by Ruby the Pom here, who demanded she appear here, didn't you? Hey, you demanded that you wanted to appear in a video because you've not been in one for ages. Hey, just because you've been groomed recently. So say hello to everybody. Okay. Oh, don't hit me in the face. Hey. The Sharpay down here is doing weird things as well. But I need to put you down because I need to talk to these people. But yeah, anyway, it has been a while. I will put in it has been a while. I'm still struggling with some of the stuff that was in my last video. If you want to go back, see that. I'm not going to go through it all again. Anyway, but I just thought this is just a sort of general catch-up video of some of the stuff I've been reading, some of the stuff I'm doing. It's not particularly excited. I think it could be the return of the pick and mix, I think. Let's bring that name out of the depths of my older videos. Shall we? Pick and mix with Ruby Roundhouse. Yes, this is Ruby Roundhouse. Hey, little bombs. I can't hold you through the whole of this video, though. As much as you don't weigh huge amounts, it does get achy on your arms after a while. So, my reading speed is still not particularly brilliant with all the stuff going on, but I'm doing okay. Oh, don't bat me. Don't bat me, don't bat me, don't bat me. People don't want to watch a video of just you batting me. Or maybe they do. Tell me if you want to watch a video of just me being batted by a bomb. Hey? I'm going to just put the bomb down, I think. Hey? Little miss. Don't you fight with Lilu, okay? Sorry, don't look at me like that. I'm putting you down. Just 2 seconds. Back. I think she's gone down with no problems. But anyway, yes. What have I been reading? What am I reading? Oh God, I've been... You won't fit in there. Your head's not coming up high enough. Can you see that? It's not. I'll put a picture of you up the top there to show that you are. Come on. Little hippo. I can't be everybody. Can't all. Shall I see if I can turn the camera? Oh, no, I can't. You've gone. Anyway. Let me. Sorry. Chaos. Beginning of the video. What have I been reading? Okay, the most recent one I am started to read. Well, not started to read. I've been reading this week. I'm about a third of the way through it. Is the bit of non-fiction. The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs. I'm not sure if you can see that on the Kindle. If I press the light, maybe that'll help. If not, I'll put a thing up there. And that is by... I think it's turned on to where I was. Steve Brusatte, who's a paleontologist from the University of Edinburgh. And it's about what it says, the rise and fall of the dinosaurs. And I'm really enjoying it. It's who doesn't love a dinosaur? He's sort of the generation age-wise that he probably grew up with Jurassic Park, and it's like a chunk of paleontologists there who grew up with that. And one of the facts in there was what was it? Every day of the year, a new species of dinosaur is discovered. So that's 365 new species of dinosaur most years, which I find an incredible little fact. But it starts with, at the moment we're doing I can't remember all the periods, the bit before the dinosaurs, the mass extinction that came before the dinosaurs, and then how the dinosaurs appeared, or slowly appeared, and they were found lots of footprints. Well, I'll go into more details. I'll do a more in-depth sort of talk about this because I can then write some notes for the notes I've written down and explain what I'm talking about. But yes, well worth a read. I picked it up last year, I think it was on a cheap deal somewhere, and I like dinosaurs, so I'm reading that. And before that, I read another ebook, which is a bit on an ebook frenzy at the moment, which is quite weird for me, which was called, sorry about that, I got disturbed there. But yes, before that, I was reading a book called Shadow of a Dead God by Patrick Samphire. And before people lynch me, I don't normally do self-published works. This is probably something to do with my age and the way I grew up. because when you grew up in the sort of 70s, 80s, and going through to the 90s, self-published was, along with what was, it wasn't a sign of quality. It was a sign of more known as like a vanity press, somebody doing it because they're so-called vain. And I do know that self-publishing and what people now like to call independent books has changed a hell of a lot, especially in the last 10 years. But I normally don't go near them because the last ones I read, the editing was horrific and I just couldn't get through it. It was just like, oof. But this book I picked up years and years ago, Shadow of Dead God, Patrick Samphire, and it was on my Kindle because I just transferred it across when I did a load of stuff recently, and I needed something easy to read, and it's just sort of appealed to me. So I read this book. I read it quite quickly, and it was fun. It's well put together. It's well edited. It's not going to blow your socks off with, wow, I've never read anything like this, but it is a really good, solid book. It's one of 4, I think, and I will probably buy the other 3 to read them. And it's about a character, a mage called Menick Fawn, known as Nick, who is basically sort of told in the first person. He's basically, I wouldn't say he's not very good, but he just goes from situation to situation. And it's a bit of a sort of caper detective story type thing. As well as I said, me not normally reading self-published stuff, I don't normally read modern fantasy because modern fantasy has an issue, as far as I'm concerned, a few issues that just drive me around the bend. This one has a little bit of it, which is over-describing the magic systems, which I just drives me around the bend. It's like reading a book about which has got a car in and they describe how the internal combustion engine runs. You don't need to know it. You don't. It's got a little bit of that, but it's not too bad. But it is well written. It rolls along. It made me think in some ways of Harry Harrison's stainless steel rap books, that sort of thing. I think it owes a nod to Terry Pratchett at some point. But it is a fun book. I'll put the cover up because the version I had an old cover on because he's got newer covers now. I said there's 4 in them. And if you want a good, sort of fun read, it really was a fun read. It was quite good. I said there's another 3 books in the series. I will probably pick them up at some time. Not the sort of top of my thing to read, but it was just a nice, easy read, which is what I needed. So I hope that sort of do it justice. And he's a really good, solid writer, Patrick Samphire. I think he's from Wales, from what I remember. He's got a bit of a website worth looking at. But yeah, so if I pick up new ones, they'll have the proper covers on, probably. So yeah, and if you buy them directly from him, they're all DRM free. I was having a look around the other day, they're all DRM free, so you can whack them on any device. So buy them directly from him because he'll get more money if you want to interested in those. Excuse me, just a sip of my coffee. Sorry, the dog over there eating a paw. So yeah, so that was the 2 main things I've read the past couple of weeks. Well, I said I'm still part way through that. I'm just about to start on. Well, actually, I started it yesterday, but I haven't decided what to do. It's The Man in High Castle, Philip K. Dick. What is a masterpiece? I've read it numerous times. Last time I read it, I looked back, was 2022. I'm doing a buddy read with Al from Big Al's BookTube, and we're starting it together, and hopefully we can have a really good discussion of it. Here you are. There's a question. Which one of these 4 versions shall I read? This is my original one that I brought back in the 80s when I first read it. That's been read numerous times. I picked up this one, which is the time one for the TV series because I like the cover. This one is the best cover ever. And this Penguin edition. I have actually started reading the Penguin edition. Again, but I'm hoping the way I'm going to read it this time is I'm going to read it quite slowly and methodically. It is, as far as I'm concerned, it's a masterpiece. It talks about fascism and not just that, about history and about the relevance of it in some ways. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to have a really good discussion with Al about this at some point, and hopefully we will film it and you might be able to see it. But that is fun, and I said, if you want to come along and join us for reading, we've got a copy of The Man in High Castle running around, you think, oh, I need something to read. If you read it next couple of weeks, we can all discuss it together if you want to discuss it with me as well. you can always go up to my Discord that's still running up in the ether. I'm sitting up there. I go up there most days. I'm at the moment I'm on a de-stress my life, because if you saw my last video, lots of stuff going on, and I'm avoiding everything. I'm avoiding news, and I'm avoiding everything I can. Just trying to keep in my own little bubble. I've done some things on my computer, weird things that made it. I don't see any news. Don't listen to the radio anymore because I don't hear news. It's just because my brain is just too addled, and I'm fed up with being advertised at constantly. I've even got a thing on my YouTube thing now. I have ad block and sponsor block on there. I would rather pay creators that I like £5 every now and then directly, rather than see the adverts, because they'll probably get more from me that way than they would from the adverts, and also the amount of adverts we get. But I've also got a new thing that I put on, if you're interested, which is an add-on in Firefox, that basically I go to YouTube now, and my front page is just like a Google search. It's got a search thing and YouTube. That's all it is. And it's fantastic. I don't see all the suggestions. I also cleared out my watch list that had 3,500 things on a things to watch later list. Technically, you have to do it individually, because for some reason YouTube won't let you delete en masse. But I found some code that I could delete en masse. So if anybody wants to know how I did all this, I'm going to do a post up on my blog, because I've been doing quite a bit of writing on for my blog that's going to go up soon, and some for some scripts for some videos I'm doing, some catching up on the Filmtastic February, hopefully. I just need to get back into my flow of making videos, because it is quite hard at the moment for me. I said, yeah, I'm not going to go into all the stuff from the last video. It is, yeah, it's quite hard here in 59 degrees north at the moment. But I've been doing quite a bit of writing for my blog, and some bits I'm doing in the future. And I've even started writing some bits on some short stories I've been writing for quite a while. If you don't know, I do try and dabble. Not that anybody ever reads them, because I don't put them out there, because I don't know why. So anyway, so The Man in High Castle is my next read that I'm doing. And I said hopefully we'll talk about with that. And I will do a video on the dinosaur book as well as soon as I've finished that, because I think that could be quite interesting. I haven't technically got TBR down. I said I'm a bit all over the place at the moment. As I said, if you really want to sort of speak to me, Discord is probably your best place, because I'm going up there most days just to check things out and putting the odd bits of randomness up there. Oh, and you can't see that, my dog walking injury. I'll put a picture up there. Lily, my Shar-Pei, she's a very nervous dog. And I was walking her the other day, and something spooked her, and she ran and pulled the lead out of my hand, and it caught around my little finger, and ouch, is all I can say. So I laugh in the face of danger. But yeah, that's about it. Is there anything else I was going to say? Oh, bookshelf tour. I'm going to book week 3, 4 must be on, because I've got to get round to the ones behind me as well, and the ones over the other side there. I will be recording one of those this weekend. I'm hopefully going to do some more recording tomorrow morning. And that's it. It's a very rambly video. Anything else book-wise I want to talk about? Pardon me. Philip Dick, Man in High Castle. No. Oh, has anybody else watched the TV series? Because I struggle with the TV series, even though I love Philip Dick. But just to say, I think, I'm going to say this again, I think that High Castle is a masterpiece. It has so many layers. I think I said to Al that in 200 pages, he manages to include things that most people would include in 1,000 pages. Also, I think it's in his best writing period, which is like the early 60s, which is why I think it's so good. And you can read it on the face of it. It's just a straightforward story, but there's so much depth to it. But anyway, I'm rambling. A lot of this I need to talk about with Al. I'm going to go now, and I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to sort this video out, because my microphone is still playing up, so this is still being recorded directly off my iPhone sound, and I'm going to have to process it through Audacity. But enough of my total ramblingness, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.